Hi everyone, it's Maddie. So today we're going to be talking about creative writing. So creative writing can be an aspect of English that's really daunting, especially in the time constraints of the exam. So I'm just going to give 3 top tips on what I think can make the creative writing easier, make it more accessible, and make it something that you look forward to and think of it as a part of an exam where you can get lots of marks rather than something that's really daunting. Okay, so my first absolute top tip, and I think this is so important obviously throughout all of the exams and all of your essays and answers, but absolutely here is plan. You have to plan your answer, okay? So unfortunately we are writing for an exam, so you can't just be as completely creative or free as you like, because there's these time constraints that are really strict, okay? And there's time constraints and there's mark schemes, so there's points you've got to hit, okay? But this shouldn't be seen as a bad thing necessarily, these points you have to hit. The examiners are telling you what they want, okay? The mark schemes are telling you what they want, and we can use this to help us plan, okay? So you should study these mark schemes, think about them as we sometimes talk about in our classes, and you should think, okay, well, there's these points that they want me to hit, and this is how I'm going to do it in a plan, okay? So absolutely, you have to plan. What it can be, you can plan however you like, with a mind map, with a flow chart, and with bullet points, but you have to plan before, and this will make a huge difference if you start to spend first 5 minutes really effectively planning, okay? Don't just think, okay, I'm going to just start writing, because then we'll have no structure. And that brings me nicely onto my second tip, which is make sure you structure it with the beginning, middle and end, okay? Make sure the structure is clear and effective. Again, you can use this to your advantage. You can think about, this is what I should have in the beginning, this is what I should have in the middle, and this is what I should have in the end. Exactly how you might think of a literature essay, of what you include in introduction, main body and conclusion, you can think about in a creative writing, a piece of creative writing, what you should have in the beginning, middle and end. So again, absolutely use the structure to your advantage, and this can coincide with the planning as well. When you're planning, think of it as the 3 headings of what you want in the beginning, the middle and the end, okay? It's really important. Again, try and be precise and effective with your structure. Think about where you can include different pacing and different tension and suspense, and how you can use the structure to your advantage. But absolutely include beginning, middle and end. It helps you and it helps the reader, and it helps you be more clear in what you're saying, okay? And number 3, okay, is practicing and revision. So I know this sounds a little bit vague, but my top tip is that you can't predict what the prompt is going to be, what the picture or what they want you to write about is. You can't predict that. But what you can do is practice the techniques and the devices which you would like to use in an exam. Okay, for example, you can practice writing metaphors and personification and semantic fields and repetition and rules of 3 and all these different structural and language techniques which are really effective in your exams. Because this doesn't matter, with these techniques, it doesn't matter what the prompt is. You can use them in whichever prompt, because you can think about, okay, this is how I can use a metaphor. So get them on revision cards, think of examples and learn these techniques, and then practice writing them, practice coming up with different ideas. And then you can use these in any type of question. So those are my 3 top tips, okay? So plan, please plan, it's so important. Plan, structure with beginning, middle and end, and practice your structural and language techniques before you write, okay, as part of your revision. So these 3 things. Thank you. I really hope that was useful, and any questions, always please let me know.